All right, hopping into another tcap, another to catch a predator, but not just any predator. We got the birthday boy himself, a very special episode of the program today. We have the Lorne Armstrong complete footage. Shout out to Saul for the upload, of course. We got Frag with his nice, $10,000 an episode or $100,000 an episode. Rolex there. This is perverted justice at the top of their game. The last sting, they've already taken a man's life. They've taken most of these guys' lives if you really think about it, but no, this is our extra special birthday boy here. I did this footage a long time ago on Wes's channel, but I never covered it on mine, so I think it's time. Let's just hop into it.
He can see you.
In a few minutes, our next potential predator will probably be thinking he too should have stayed away.
Okay, his name's Lorne, L-O-R, and you're Kayla. He should have condoms, pizza, bracelet, and a can.
Hey, I'm glad you could come. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Turn.
Hey girl, I'm good, how are you? And it's truly true. Look at the smile. I know you can barely see it. This bottom right one here is going to be the best quality we get for the entire segment here. So yeah, focus on this one, I guess. But look how happy. Kayla's happy, or I guess Casey's happy because she's working a job. She gets to get a creep arrested. She's got a big smile on her face. She loved this shit. And then you have fucking Lorne Armstrong back here. Shit-eating grin. Maybe the last smile Lorne ever genuinely had. Because, you hear him laugh, unfortunately, in the calls and all that, the catfishing sagas. But, they're behind a wall of pain, you can tell. This is Lorne at his happiest. He didn't know if he had enough gas to get there and back, but god damn it, he made it. He made it, and look at his date. She doesn't have blonde hair. It's upsetting, but she's a girl, and she exists. That's pretty good for Lorne with the Boston cap.
Turns out today
Don't even like baseball.
37-year-old Lorne Armstrong.
Really? How
He's
come?
been chatting with a girl posing as a 13-year-old for more than a month. It's one of the longest chat logs we've ever seen. 407 pages. Using the screen name Lorne A20014, he tells her how to masturbate and then asks her if she wants to see him naked. She agrees, and he turns on his webcam. He wants her to look at his penis.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it?
Oh my gosh.
And, oh my god, look how blown out, the whites of his, I mean, I don't know if this is an editorial choice. I'm imagining it's just his shitty webcam. But god damn, it looks like he's being like, this looks like a completely sterile environment. It's like where they made the clones in Attack of the Clones, if anybody's familiar. Just blown the fuck out, just all white background, heavenly. It's like a build your own character. If Cyberpunk had an extra small option. Oh my god, and just the body hair, it's like, it doesn't even look like it grows on this side, which is odd. I never really noticed that. Why is this side like hairless? Maybe that's his swimmer's side. Could that be, his dominant swimming side? So he keeps that more aerodynamic, and the rest can, just kind of go. But yeah, we didn't know. Looking back on this footage when this came out, we didn't realize how often this man takes pictures of his own penis. And I know this isn't a picture, this is a video. He does that quite a bit too. But with like Lurch and a lot of these guys, not that I want to see it or anything, but there is mystery. Now, you will notice with Lorne, there's only 4 distinct squares here, while Lurch had like an entire chessboard of squares. So there, you can kind of use your imagination, but we don't have to, unfortunately, because this man loves to send a dick pic. Would you like to see it up close? We're gonna have to, Lorne. You're gonna have to get closer. Little closer. Okay, now I see it.
I guess, if you want to show me.
After chatting with the decoy, posing as a 13-year-old for just 6 days, he expresses his deep love for her.
I wish I could marry you right now, because I would do it. That's how special you are to me, and that's how much I love you.
But he clearly knows what he's doing is wrong, telling her to delete all evidence of their chat log.
Okay, delete your archives and remember, Mrs. Kayla Marie Armstrong, I love you more than anything.
He was so excited to be here, and he came walking in very proud, very excited.
Look, we got these new chairs. You have to sit down.
I have to sit down?
Yeah, look. It's a massager
Oh my
chair.
God,
It
look
vibrates
at
when
that.
you press the buttons.
Look, oh my God.
Yeah, flip the switches.
Which one is it?
You can use either one of them. It tells you there's one for your butt, there's one for your lower back, and there's one for your upper back.
I just felt my butt. I think.
You can pretty much tell the difference when you press it.
Holy, yep, that's my
It feels
butt.
so good.
I like this cut too because the bottom right screen becomes the NBC footage. That's why it's in better quality, obviously. But you get to see kind of what didn't make it to the air, and that line I guess never made it, and that's such a Lorneism. I go holy all the time, in reference to our COD here, and I guess that never even made it to the final cut. I never really realized that. I guess I've seen this footage so much that when you do watch the last episode, the Lorne segment really it's like a fraction of what what you really want here. I kind of lost my train of thought there. This is a great job. I'm doing a great job, but when you watch the full episode, it's kind of lackluster because of all this background footage. We get the Amanda James story. We get we get so many good Lorne lines that just got, left on the chopping room floor. Because of course they filmed this in, on film, to get the perfect, what is it? Like 35 millimeter, I don't even know. We're not restarting.
I thought you had blonde hair.
Do you like it? I dyed it by myself.
I think it's pretty.
Thank you.
It's very pretty.
Where's
Oh
the
my
pizza?
God.
I was waiting to eat because I thought you were bringing some.
I don't want to bring you any pizza.
Well, weren't you going to bring me something?
Well, yes, I was. And I did.
Did you bring any condoms?
Yes, I did.
Where are they?
I did.
Out in the truck.
Well,
He
what
can't
better-
even look at her. Like, okay, I know there's no point to do any actual, not that I ever do real analysis, but there's no reason to really look into this much. It's been done to death. But like, is this AI upscaled? Why does he look like a baby? He looks like a baby. This has got to be touched up a little bit because I know he's a weird looking dude. Maybe it's not. I guess this is the episode. I guess he's so beaten down now. All the catfish. If you're a random person that just clicked on this, I'm so sorry. But if you don't know like all the Lorne lore, this man's still very much involved in the community, not by choice. Well, it is by choice. I mean, he can leave anytime, but he doesn't. He gets catfished quite a bit. I definitely recommend I'm Sorta Kinda Bored's whole video on it. Maybe I'll even put that in the description if I remember. I probably won't, though. Somebody please remind me in the comments. But, I'm so used to seeing his, mugshots from today, his RSO photos from every year they get posted. It's kind of a joyous day when a new mugshot, new RSO photo comes out. But I just don't remember him looking this youthful. Maybe there is a little Justin Timberlake in this guy if you squint, and maybe can I bring the quality down? Yeah, maybe at 144p, you really start to see, the Justin Timberlake.
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Where
I
are
did.
they?
Out in the truck.
Well, what good are they going to do?
Oh yeah. That was the whole point of me pausing. Out in the truck, couldn't even look at her. Oh, sex came up. Well, with the child that you've done nothing but show your penis to, and all of a sudden you're coy. Lorne?
Truck, if we're in here.
Well, yell at me, why don't you? I haven't had a kiss yet.
Oh, okay. Well, then what did you want to do?
Well, I want to kiss first.
And then what?
Can I have a kiss first?
Well, let's talk first. We just got
Okay.
here.
Would you like me to go out in the truck and get my stuff?
No, it's all right.
No? You don't want your thing right now? Present I gave you?
Well, what is it?
Well, I can't tell you. That wouldn't be much of a present if I
No,
told
it would still be a present.
Well, you can go get it in a little bit or something, okay?
you. Okay.
All right.
Are you nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit, not as bad as you thought you would be.
Not as bad, but I still am kind of nervous. I'd rather like talk a little bit first and then like so I'm more comfortable, you know?
That's like cool.
Everybody just sit on that for a minute. Yeah, that's like cool. Yeah, it was even worse when I did it, right? And I know, like, I haven't spoken with Casey, but I know talking to Danny, who was in the Long Beach sting, you know, they're given the chat logs, you know, a little bit in advance if they have time, and then kind of skim through it. But with Lorne's, you know, it's 30 days long. You know, it's the holy lorneography. It's long as shit. Casey's probably never heard the whole thing all the way through, which is a shame. A lot of great lorneographers posting that every year. She could if she wanted to, but right before this, you know, at 8:37 on the, what is this, 17th, the 18th, whatever day it is, she probably didn't have time. You know, probably didn't get to know the mannerisms of the Southern Aphrodite, I believe. I don't know if that was the phone decoy or the like Yahoo Messenger decoy. I can't remember. But regardless, I can't imagine, you know, Casey could pick up on those tendencies quick enough to realize that he's making a reference. And so it just, not that it's a good reference to begin with, it's very, you're 100 years old, stop. But Casey doesn't get it. She doesn't know what's happening. So she's just playing along, but it's so awkward. And we're going to sit through it. We're going to sit through it one more time. I'm going to rewind a little bit. Here we go.
A little bit first and then like so I'm more comfortable, you know?
That's like cool.
Good. I'm really glad.
I like seeing you in person.
Yeah, I like seeing you too.
Good.
So
This is getting hot. How come?
oh, because press the red button. It's like
Oh.
heater too.
You gonna have a seat too?
I like to sit on the other chairs.
Do you?
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable there.
Hi, sir.
How are you?
All right. How are you doing?
What's happening?
Not too much.
Not too much. You a Boston fan?
Well, actually, I don't even watch baseball.
Oh, but it's a Boston Cap.
It's a Boston Cab. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you up to?
and I don't know why that's so funny to me, but like we get the, I'm going to rewind just for another second here, but we get the Chris, you know, intro not aired for whatever reason.
But it's a Boston Cap.
Or no, sorry. Hold
Hi,
on.
sir.
How are
Yeah,
you?
yeah. So the Chris intro is aired. So
I like to sit on the other chairs.
the edge of chairs didn't make the cut, and then we get
Do you?
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable there.
Look at his face. Oh, that's when it all went downhill, Lauren. You were living such a great life. You know, you were about to be a country star, Lauren. You were so close. You should have just went out drinking with your fake friends that you made up years later. You should have just done that. Why are you here? But yeah, we get that. We get that on you know, made the national
Hi, sir.
broadcast.
All right. How are you doing?
Wow, I struggled through that.
Not too much.
Not too much.
And then and then the hard cut. Chris, you know, for whatever reason, you know, Detroit Tigers fan, but New York based, so maybe wants to play off that Yankees-Red Sox rivalry a little bit. 2008, you know, the Yankees are pretty good. The Red Sox are just coming off of winning some World Series. I think, was it 08 that they didn't win in 08. They won in 05, and then I think they played okay for a little while, and then they won again in like the 2010s at some point. But, you know, good baseball team. The Yankees are about to lose a World Series in 2008, so that's pretty fun. Or maybe they lose in 09. I don't know. They lose right around now, so maybe Hansen's trying to play the whole, you know, Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, get a little brevity with this guy. Who's still on the massage chair, by the way, so he's relaxed. He should be calm, but, you know, break the ice a little bit. and talk a little baseball, talk a little Johnny Damon perhaps, and get some level ground. But no, this fucking numbskull probably got this hat either given to him. Do we know the history of this? I would love to know where this Boston cap even came from. If I had to guess, probably like a Goodwill, just it was $1. And you know, Lorne and his hair, he's gonna get the hat. So if the Boston hat is $1 and the Bush Light hat or the Fish Fear Me hat is $5, he's probably going for the Boston hat. So I get that. That makes sense to me. But yeah, it just all gets cut out. This fucking numbskull doesn't know anything about sports. He doesn't really understand just general basic concepts of life. So organized, you know, rule-based, structured sports is probably a little over his head. Hence the hat. Probably took all his hair off. But yeah, none of that made the cut. And neither should have any of this rambling. We're only 3 minutes in. We have so long to go. I'm gonna shut up.
Boston fan?
Yeah, actually, I don't even watch baseball.
Oh, but it's a Boston cap.
It's a Boston cap, yeah.
So what are you up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot?
No.
Well, I tell you, for the last several days, you've been up to a lot. You're a pretty prolific chatter there. Want to explain yourself?
Not really. I never really was going to do anything.
You weren't really going to do anything.
No.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
I brought her a bracelet.
A bracelet. And she is how old?
I've never seen this cut. I maybe I've watched this and didn't realize that like the bottom screen's the NBC, but it's so funny seeing what you know didn't make the cut. You know, Hansen flubs a little bit, you know, and she was and her name was what? And you know that gets cut out, but then the complete thought, and that's just you know, it's a good life lesson. You know, don't believe everything you see on TV. All right, that guy speaking really clearly, he flubbed it. He flubbed it. And you're just seeing the best cut.
She's supposed to be 13.
Supposed to be 13. And how old are you?
37.
37.
When?
You have kids?
Today.
No.
The only good comedic timing I think Lawrence ever had in his entire life was right there. 37. Today. I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot, but I mean it's Lord. We have to. Let's hear that one more time.
37.
37.
When?
You have kids?
Today. No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, Lauren,
I got
no.
nieces though.
Nieces.
that
No, don't bring
I think
them
the world
up.
of.
Yeah, you talk about your nieces in the chat here. And you talk about how you like to spoil the nieces and how you would like to spoil this 13-year-old girl like you spoil your nieces.
Yeah.
Is this the way you spoil young women?
No.
Now, what's your name?
This is what I was afraid of.
What were you afraid of?
Stupid move.
What were you afraid of?
Just because she was a nice girl and
She was a nice girl. You still haven't told me your name, though.
it's Lorne
Lorne what?
Armstrong
Armstrong. And where do you live, Lorne?
in Nashville now.
Nashville. What do you do in Nashville?
Actually, I work at a construction company.
And what do you build?
I just started there last week. Building a gym for a church.
A gym for a church. Is that a good job?
Yeah.
Now, besides all this chat here, and we'll go through that in a minute, you also sent a whole bunch of pictures. Now, why would you think that's appropriate?
It's not.
It's not. Those are all your pictures, right? Is that all you do in your spare time?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
You ever get in trouble like this before?
No, I've never done this before.
You've never done it before. Have you ever met anybody in person who you first met online in a chat room?
No.
No,
This is the first time.
That's also false. We know now. Also a lie. I guess. No, you did meet Molly and well, I shouldn't say their names. You met the MySpace girl and your other victim. I already said her name. I fucked it up. But you already met them. Or you met them online. I get that they were in your area. So it's not. I actually no. That is worse, right? I mean, they're all there's not really like a grading scale, I guess, to any of this. It's all really, really bad and gross. But you do have victims, Lorne. And I get that he's not going to admit that, even though he brings up weird shit. Why did you bring up your nieces? Why did you say you don't have kids? Or unfortunately, you don't have kids. Don't say that. So I get that he's not going to volunteer that information now. But the thing is, if you listen to the calls and you keep up with Lorne, you know he has yet to admit that he has real life victims, and he does. He never went this far, sure, but he went far enough. Anybody, if you're above 18, don't talk to anybody who's 17 or younger, all right? I know it's tough. Just isolate for a few years. I don't know, man. It's bad. And you have, the thing with Lorne, and he's so frustrating, and I know I'm breaking new grounds here, but he'll never acknowledge any of his own faults or falses, as he calls them. He just never will. So I get, like, yeah, scary man in a suit. Look at Hansen's face right now. Very scary man in a suit. Asking you about prior victims. Yeah, you're probably not going to say anything. I get that, Lorne. But years later, you still don't understand that, like, this wasn't your first rodeo. And we're going to hear about Amanda James. I'm not even talking about that. Before all of that, you were a fucking monster, Lorne. I'm not talking about stealing money from Betty, which is also bullshit. This man's currently, while we're watching, while this footage is taking place, this man's on the run, literally just for fraud, basically. Stealing money from an elderly couple, basically caused a elderly man to pass away through, you can blame it on Lorne. I don't know what his health concerns were like before, but I know losing $60,000 in your retirement's not going to be good for the old heart. And, driving through houses, all of that are past mistakes, Lorne, that you did before this sting, before you're sitting on this couch. But all of that pales in comparison to your real life child victims that had happened. One of them was supposed to visit you while you were out here, Lorne. I've rambled too long. I hate Lorne so much. Let's go.
So what made you all of a sudden, for the first time, get online, chat up a 13-year-old girl, and drive up from Nashville to meet her for sex?
Well, I didn't.
Lorne, you send her naked photos, you have an explicit conversation, and you bring condoms. What does that add up to?
I know.
At first, you seem like the Good Samaritan, the protector.
The protector.
Don't tell me your last name. Don't ever tell anyone from the internet your last name, okay? Okay, why? Because there are some real weirdos on here sometimes, and they might try to go looking for you. So don't ever tell them your last name, your address, your phone number, the town you live in, or the school you go to. You're one of those weirdos. I mean, was that some kind of a ruse to gain her trust?
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So how did it go from, hey, be careful, don't give anybody your last name, to, hi, here's some naked pictures of myself and I'm coming over with condoms?
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, you must know something. I mean, help me to understand this.
I don't know why.
You don't know.
I even did.
You don't know why you did it. Well, I think I know why you did it. You did it because you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
I don't think that.
And years later, Lorne would claim I wanted to turn around. I was trying to turn around. There was nowhere to turn around. There was a ditch, so I couldn't turn around. And magically, I ended up in front of her house in her driveway in my stupid-ass pickup truck. One would think, that if he struggled with this so much that he was trying to find a place to turn around for, I guess, 100 miles, just could not find a place, that famous 100-mile stretch of road in Nashville that just has no exits, no rest stops, nothing where you can get on the other side. It just doesn't exist. It's like Jersey and left turns. It's not real. It does not exist. One would think that would come up. If he was trying to fight that, well, sir, I knew this was wrong. He can't admit it. He can never, to this day, he can't admit it unless you're Tiffany Lockhart and really pushing him. He can't admit, that what he was doing was wrong. But right here, he could just say, I knew it was wrong. I didn't even want to come. I've been trying to turn around for the last hour or whatever. But that doesn't come up. That doesn't once come up. The camera in his glove box where he talks about, wanting to take it to the pawn shop magically doesn't come up during this. He'll blame, another thing that's just upsetting about Lorne is later in his life during the catfish eras, he would say that he himself was abused as a minor by some family members, and that's why he's all messed up. But, strangely enough, during this 20-minute conversation with Chris Hansen, that doesn't once come up. I just, there's so many opportunities for all of Lorne's bullshit lies that he's thought of over the last 15 or so years, more than that now, he's thought up all these excuses so far in the future, but he's living in the past, Like, when it's actually occurring, no, it's just, well, I don't know, sir. I don't know. Just a bunch of I don't knows. Insert funny joke here. I fucking hate this guy.
No, what?
I don't think that was it.
You don't think it was it? Well, why don't you help me out? Why don't you tell me what it was then?
Because I wasted 5 years of my life on the internet talking to girls that gained my trust. And she seemed like somebody I could trust.
You could trust. So when you say you spent 5 years on the internet, what, getting taken advantage of by women? In what way?
In every way.
For instance?
I was up in Washington State. That's when I started going on the internet.
When you lived in Washington State? You started going on the internet, and what happened?
I met a girl. She said her name was Amanda James, and she told me that her daughter was her niece, and that she was watching her niece. Well, she actually had custody of her niece.
And then?
3 years later, I moved back to Maine just to be close to her because she lived in Pennsylvania. And I didn't date anyone. I didn't see anyone because of her.
All right. So what happened?
I got back to Maine and I was talking to her on the phone, and my sister wanted to say hi to her, and my sister had been on the internet for a couple of years, and she was able to read people pretty good.
And what happened?
And she got on the phone with her.
Spit it out.
After she got off the phone, she was only on the phone with her for about 2 minutes, and she got off the phone with her. And
see, and it makes sense because, this is a great story, but it takes an hour for fucking Lorne to spit it out. And all he has to say was, I was catfished once on the internet. My sister, who's an actual functioning human being, apparently, spoke with her for 15 seconds and deduced that I'm an idiot, that I'm stupid. But it's all right, Chris. I've learned my lesson, and I'll never fall for that again.
Told me that she wasn't real.
She wasn't real.
She told me she was lying to me, and she'd been lying to me all along.
Did you ever meet this woman? Did you send her money?
I sent her money. I sent her all kinds of Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. things. She was Dale.
The race car driver.
Yeah.
The race car driver.
And so because you got taken advantage by a couple of women on the internet, you thought it was okay to take advantage of a 13-year-old girl on the internet.
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
No.
I'm very happy that you talked to me before talking to anyone else, though. This way, you'll be safe.
That's what I meant too. I don't know how.
You don't know how what?
I don't know how it lead to this.
Well, here, let me take you down the road. This is how it went. You started with this, and then it goes to, this is as thick as a telephone book, by the way, this chat. You started chatting with her when? Last month? So you've been chatting with this young woman for a month.
This little girl, Chris.
And so it starts with you being the protective older brother type. And we flip through.
See, I can tell, and I get it. There's so much going on. I'm not faulting Chris for not going through an entire month long chat log chat log right before going out there. But he really isn't the protector at all. He says, delete your archives, don't talk to strangers. But that's him being a predator for the most part. And I don't know how, I'm an only child. But I'm assuming my protective older brother wouldn't show me his penis and tell me he loves me within like 10 minutes. I'm assuming. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing out on that. Not having an older brother. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm assuming there's nothing protective about what he did past the first 5 lines of the chat log. Pretty close to that, maybe. Maybe we'll give him 15 lines. I'm imagining, the don't talk to older guys or whatever, probably came out pretty fast. And then after that, it was a lot of, you want to see my dick? How about now? Maybe now?
Dozens and dozens of pages here. And ultimately, it builds into a very sexually explicit conversation. Right? I wish I were sticking it in you right now. You tell her to delete her archives after we stop talking again, okay? Why did you want her to delete her archives?
Think, Lorne. Think.
Help me out.
You
You didn't want to get in trouble.
I didn't want her to get in trouble by her parents.
I mean, this goes on and on and on. Do you think naughty thoughts about me before you go to sleep? You talk about getting married to her. Getting married. She's 13.
Yeah,
Huh?
when she was 18.
Whoa. What do you mean she was 18?
So I meant when she was 18.
Well, you were going to marry her when she turned 18. But you're just going to have sex with her from the ages of 13 to 18. Then. Are you excited about me or my penis?
Lord,
Did you bring anything else?
You should, he looks very defeated. That's a rough line to hear another man read back to you. I would, maybe react a little bit more. I would love to know. He is in another world right now. I can't imagine, he famously graduated 87th out of 87 people in his class. Very small school. I'm sure he got in trouble, but I imagine, I just can't imagine he's had too many one-on-ones. Or maybe, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, small school like that, he probably did have a lot of one-on-ones, him and Gorilla Gwen. His poor mother probably had to sit across from the principal, much like this, and had very similar conversations. I'm sure Lorne did the same exact thing, just look, stupid hat, barely on top of his head, covering his eyes, just, I didn't mean to cheat on my math test. I didn't want to get in trouble with my parents. And the sad thing is, for little old Lorne, it probably worked, you know? Unlike, sexual offender class that he hasn't graduated in almost 20 years, if not more, and so many other just parts of his life where crying doesn't work. I feel like back then it did. You know, the littlest guy in the patch there, you know, he was the youngest of like 100 brothers and sisters. Probably cried and got out of a lot. But now you're a grown man. Lorne, you're 37. In 2007, you're an old, like, not that 37's an old man, but you're getting old, Lorne. Most people have families by now, careers, 401ks at least, you know? A lot of 37-year-olds, and I get that, like, you know, I'm not trying to sound like an elitist, you know. I struggle just as much as everybody else. I do, though. I mean, I get it. Shit's expensive and nobody's making any more money than they used to. I get that. But most 37-year-olds, I feel like, you know, having enough gas to get there and back and there and back again isn't the major concern in their lives. What is that, $100? That sucks. That sucks. That's a lot of money. But if it's gas in your car and you're an adult, you probably just make it work. You figure it out. That's the least of your concerns. You probably have other shit going on in your life, but not Lorne. Not little old Lorne. I mean, he has like 30K of stolen money in his bank anyway. Who cares? What's money? He's never been a money guy. I don't know. I just hate Lorne so much. We're almost through it. 4 more minutes. Let's see how much. 4 more minutes. Probably another 20 minutes to go in the video. Let's go.
What's with you tonight?
Like what?
Like anything?
Nope.
Food, alcohol.
Nope.
So just the bracelet and the condoms. Nothing else. What do you think ought to happen to you? Oh, here's a good one. Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis? What is she thinking?
And none of this made the final cut.
What's up with that?
What's up? What is up with that, Lorne? Good question, Chris.
What do you think ought
what
to
is
happen?
up with that?
Help me
Cry,
out.
Lorne, cry. Or sing. Sing to him, Lorne.
I think I should go to counseling to get off the internet.
You should go to counseling and get off the internet. Did you ever say to yourself, hey man, I got a problem here?
No, because I never thought I did.
You never thought you did. Does this incident make you think that perhaps you have a problem? What are you going to do about it?
Until the camera crew comes out. See, it's what's frustrating about Lorne and just people like Lorne is he will agree and even say the right things. Obviously not right now, and kind of rare with Lorne, but you know, people like Lorne. I'm not sure what the name. Like I guess like narcissists maybe might be a good name for it. I'm not sure, but people like Lorne when they're confronted, when you know, all the cards are on the table and they have nothing left. They'll cry, they'll shake their head yes, they'll be like, I need to get help, I got a problem, and today's the first step in a long journey of bettering myself. And then within 6 months he's trying to get a lawsuit against NBC and Perverted Justice because a cameraman got a little bit too close to him. You know, like, he's just saying what he thinks will get him out of trouble right now. Somehow, I think there's still part of him that truly believes if he just strings the right words together, looks sad enough, looks innocent enough, maybe, just maybe, he'll get out of this with a stern talking to and maybe like a written warning he has to take home to his parents. You know, maybe he has to give Mama Gwen a you know, a handwritten note. You know, first notice, first warning. I hereby solemnly swear to never do it again. And then Lorne, you know, stencils his name in as best as he can at the underline mark. But there's just no, I don't know what his attempt is here. Like he doesn't believe any of this. It's clear because he doesn't know this is TV yet. And you know, his argument is, well, the reporter shouldn't have been there, NBC shouldn't have been there, Chris Hansen, yada yada yada. If this was just a cop, if this wasn't recorded and he went to jail, I guarantee you, he still would have tried to make some type of lawsuit, prove the police department was in the wrong, that perverted justice was in the wrong. That he was just an innocent guy caught up in a bad sting, an illegal sting. Even, he's just. It's just people like this. It just make me so mad. I'm rambling. We're trying to hit that hour mark today. That's the magic number. We're at 40 minutes. Let's keep going.
I can do some things I can't do.
Aww.
Go on.
Keep crying, Lauren. And we know he's not crying because okay, I'm sorry to keep pausing, but like, again, these are crocodile tears. This is a performance. He doesn't mean any of this because we've heard him flat out bawl and cry over catfish. Granted, he was, you know, probably pretty drunk, but even like, you know, the case 3 Jamie Amy era, if you are familiar with the catfish, you know, during that era, he's not drinking, and he still puts on the waterworks, and we hear him like, oh, I just don't know how I can do it. You know, he's just fucking crying. This is not even close to that, which I don't think the catfish tears are real either. But it's definitely more performative. You know, he's a terrible actor. Maybe he's just doing this. He probably is doing this over the phone, you know, rubbing his dry face. Like, I can't do it, the doctor. And he's just crying. But he's not, you know, he's not actually crying. He's just doing this. He's just trying to, you know, get that sympathy. Oh my God, that sympathy. I'm getting worked up. I'm getting worked up over Lorne over here. The alligator tears, the crocodile tears. I don't even know what the saying is. I'm so angry. That's my excuse. I don't know what it is when I'm not, but alligator tears, crocodile tears. I mean, they're basically the same animal, right?
Well, do you ever watch television much? You ever watch a program called Dateline NBC? Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on evidence. Now, you're free to walk out of this house right now. But if there's anything else you want to say, now would be the time to say it.
I don't know. I'm not height shaming. If you're, you know, if you're a short king, go off. As long as you're not a pedophile, I do not care. He looks very tiny, right? Like he looks so little and defeated. And it's October. Why is there like Christmas wreath right here? Is this just, maybe it's the decoration or the quality? I mean, I don't know. But he looks shorter than, you know, this decorative piece over here. He's almost as tall as the you know, the guess the jelly beans jar. If a predator can guess how many jelly beans are in that jar, they do get to go home for free. No questions asked. But nobody got it right. Nobody got it right that night.
Sheriff's office, down! Get down!
On the ground. Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
He's taken to the local police station where his car is searched.
On Mr. Armstrong's truck, we found some condoms, a variety pack, plus some jewelry.
Oh yeah, his $3 bracelet. I mean, the condom box probably costs more than that, and that's how you know. Oh shit! Hold on. That's how you know this dude has just never had sex. I mean, the pleasure pack. What does that say? 14? 14 condoms, Lorne? You're going to rinse them out and reuse them anyway. What what does that say? Twisted pleasure, her pleasure, mint, or no, maybe night? Mint would be an option. Mint would definitely be a choice. I don't know what that says. Mint something. And then, I don't know what that says. Something standard pleasure, shared pleasure, something like that. I mean, that's like a $8 box of condoms, and the bracelet was $3, Lauren. Get your priorities straight. You should have get like the $2 3-pack of Durexes and get the $12 bracelet, Lauren. I don't know why I have to walk you through this.
A variety pack plus some jewelry.
And later, he's interviewed by law enforcement.
I believe you transmitted quite a few photographs. I'd like an attorney. All right.
All right. All right, we don't need the background. We know. Thank you, Saul, though. Lauren Lynn, of course. Yeah, Lauren went to jail for 5 years. Got probation, lifetime RSO. Had to go to a class for his, sex crime, which most people pass in a year or two. To this day, 2025, he is still in that class as far as we are aware. Could never pass it. Just a piece of shit overall. Do appreciate you guys sticking along for this whole thing. Almost 45, over 45 minutes. Did a pretty good one this time. If you want to know more about the birthday boy, Lorne, and you're not familiar with the catfish stuff, like I said earlier, highly, highly recommend the I'm Sort of Kind of Bored documentary. It's like 10 parts. It's pretty good. Just goes into all of it. I will try to remember to link that in the description. If you are a Lorne fan and you're here, I do appreciate you. If you're not catching me on Lorne Calls Over on Wes's channel, go do that. I don't know why I'm doing so many plugs for the birthday boy here. We should wrap up. Do appreciate everybody watching, and we will catch you in the next one.